Well, I'm just a typical American boy from a typical American town. I believe in God and Senator Dodd and keeping old Castor down.
Place it on your shoulder. Has a fire and a safe here. Put it on safe or put it on fire. Good two-finger squeeze. Aim in downrange. Give it a good click. Okay, Sergeant, how about firing a 3.5-inch Willie Peter, white phosphorus round?
How many times I wonder.
On the release point, the assault element deploys to fit in their positions.
They call it the core of the Corps, the place that shapes the officers who shape the United States Marine Corps. Here, every new Marine officer receives 1,100 hours of classroom and field instruction during a rigorous 26-week program.
Hey, Commander! Where are they? Three fives over here!
No matter what his military specialty may be, here each young lieutenant learns to become an infantry commander. All Marine officers are trained here to lead Marines in combat. Located at Camp Barrett, Quantico, Virginia, the official name of this Marine Corps institution, shaping the officers who shape the Corps, is simply the Basic School. The Basic School never closes. While one class graduates, another continues through the course. And still another class of young lieutenants arrives at the Basic School, married or single. They come knowing what to expect. They know why they're here, to become one of the few good men who will lead.
When I got to the basic school, I was right where I wanted to be. The Marine officers I'd met had always impressed me by their professionalism, by the self-confidence they expressed, their pride in the Corps. To me, it was a challenge. What concerned me was my new status as a Marine officer. I had no experience in the role. I didn't know how other Marine officers would react to me.
When I first came here, I felt I was on the outside, looking in. I was an officer, sure, but I didn't know what that really meant or how to be a Marine officer. I wanted to see if I could really hack it.
We were all uncertain about our new identities as Marine officers. We didn't know how or whether we'd ever be able to command Marines, to lead them in combat. And of course, that's what the basic school is all about.
Looking back into history, the Corps was already 116 years old in 1891 when the idea was born of a school to help Marine officers keep pace with recent progress in the profession of arms. 7 young lieutenants completed the first course under Captain Mannix. They began with infantry, artillery, administration and sea service, law, torpedoes, engineering, and military art. Under successive directors, who sometimes rose to command the Corps, the school grew in importance. Officers trained in the basic school have led Marines in combat from World War I to Vietnam. outstanding record of Marine Corps units from 1917 in France to only yesterday in Vietnam speaks for the effectiveness of the basic school.
The whole time I was in combat, I can honestly say that I always knew what was required of me and what I had to do. There was never any uncertainty as to how I was going to employ my weapons or maneuver my troops. The tactical skills I had to use in combat I always felt sure of, and that was based primarily on my experiences at the basic school and what I learned here. Now that I'm a staff platoon commander here, I want to ensure that these young lieutenants are as well prepared as I was.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
They come from all over the United States, from the service academies, from colleges and universities, through their platoon leaders class, or from OCS.
Gentlemen, fall in.
All are here because more than anything else, they want to be Marine officers. The whole time he's here, each officer student is under the guidance of a staff platoon commander, a select individual chosen for his experience and ability.
At ease, gentlemen. My name is Captain Hickenbotham. I'm going to be the staff platoon commander for the duration of your tour here at the basic school.
Officially, the mission of the basic school is to educate newly commissioned officers in the high standards of professional knowledge, esprit de corps, and leadership traditional in the Marine Corps, to prepare them for duties of an officer in the Fleet Marine Force. Today, there's particular emphasis on the problem-solving and decision-making duties and responsibilities of a rifle platoon commander in helicopter high mobility and mobile sea-based environments. Drill, long associated with the discipline of the Marine Corps, is still an important subject in this phase of the Marine officer's training. The modest program begun by Captain Mannix with 1 assistant and 7 students has become a professional military school with a staff of over 100 officers, 600 Marines, and some civilian experts giving specialized education to about 1,000 new officers a year. Courses in 25 subject areas cover all aspects of professional military leadership and skills. The basic school has 4 training objectives: to develop an officer who can handle the duties and responsibilities of his grade and rise in the Corps to higher ranks.
It's the most critical phase of the amphibious assault operation. We've told you that 47 times.
To develop officers with the required military knowledge and skills. To develop their leadership qualities, knowledge, and military skills so they can lead Marine infantry platoons in combat.
The other squad on the right, and 200 meters to the rear, the one who was in the firefight up here. You can't control them back there. You can't do it. You got to get up there, use your squad leader, and physically
and to develop physical fitness.
I expected the training to be tough, and it was. I accepted the challenge. I knew I had to measure up, and I found out I could.
The staff platoon commander is like a father to these young officers.
When I see one of my lieutenants conquer obstacle after obstacle, I say to myself, that's one of my Marines. He's going to make it.
Come on, one more. Let's do it. Come on. Give me another one. Come on, keep going. Come on.